soft, gentle air moves slowly across the quiet room, rising in a warm, tender line that settles into still, calm light. I breathe with its drifting motion as it opens a wide, peaceful space around my quiet thoughts. Your presence rises softly with that warm air, pausing a moment before easing downward in gentle, quiet color. I follow that slow brightness as it guides my mind into steady, unhurried calm. A faint shimmer forms near the silent walls as the tone lifts again, curving smoothly before resting lightly. Your voice moves like warm, rising light in the calm air, holding softly, they're falling in a tender, descending line. I listen as each phrase settles into open stillness, shaping a soft, melodic wave that warms the quiet room. A slow breath drifts across the air, leaving a gentle trace resting lightly in the still corners. The room widens as the gentle tone rises once more, drifting upward before easing into peaceful, settled silence. I follow that drifting motion as it guides my breath into long flowing lines without rhythm or pressure. Your tone moves like a soft wave touching the warm air, rising to gentle height before lowering in peaceful ease. A quiet shimmer lingers as it floats across the room in a slow falling arc of soft diffuse light. Each drifting phrase opens into spacious calm, flowing softly into warm, gentle stillness. I move with the tender patterns as they lead me deeper into wide, quiet air, shaped by smooth, rising arcs. Your voice glows again with pale, soft clarity, lifting lightly before resting in warm, falling quiet. I stay in that peaceful stillness, letting the last soft trace drift into open, silent air. A calm, warm breath rises again, spreading gentle quiet across the open room. I listen as it holds for a moment before easing downward in a soft, unwinding line. Your presence rests like a warm beacon near the morning glow, steady and peaceful in the quiet space. I walk beside that tender brightness, letting it slow my thoughts into wide, drifting calm. The room deepens as each slow phrase opens into quiet, warm shapes of gentle drifting light. Your voice rests lightly on those shapes, coloring them with soft clarity and tender, emotional tone. and fades into peaceful stillness. I let the final motion fall slowly, leaving clear open silence across the warm, quiet room. Soft, gentle light drifts slowly across the quiet room, rising in a warm, smooth line that settles into stillness. I breathe with its calm motion as it opens a wide, peaceful space around my quiet thoughts. Your presence lifts softly as it rises, resting for a moment before easing downward in tender, warm color. I follow that drifting glow as it guides my mind into slow, unhurried circles of calm. A faint shimmer forms along the silent walls as the soft tone lifts again, curving gently before settling lightly. Your voice moves like warm rising air, pausing softly but falling in a smooth descending line. I listen as each phrase settles into open quiet, shaping a gentle melodic wave through the calm room. A warm breath drifts across the still air, leaving a tender trace, resting lightly in the quiet corners. The room widens as the gentle tone rises once more, drifting upward before easing into peaceful, settled calm. I follow that soft motion as it guides my breath into long flowing lines without timing or force. Your tone moves like a smooth wave touching the warm air, rising towards soft height before lowering in peace. A quiet shimmer lingers as it floats across the room in a slow falling arc of warm diffuse light. Each drifting phrase opens into spacious quiet, flowing softly into warm, gentle stillness. I move with the slow patterns as they lead me deeper into wide, calm air shaped by rising, gentle arcs. Your voice glows again with pale, soft clarity, lifting lightly before resting in warm, falling quiet. I stay in that peaceful stillness, letting the last tender trace drift into open, silent air. A slow, warm breath rises again, spreading gentle calm across the quiet space. I listen as it holds in the air before easing downward in a a soft unwinding line. Your presence rests like a steady warm beacon near the quiet morning glow. I walk beside that glowing calm, letting it soften my thoughts into wide drifting motion. The room deepens as each slow phrase opens into quiet warm shapes of tender drifting color. Your voice rests lightly on those shapes, coloring them with soft clarity and emotional warmth. I remain in the calm, open air as each line rises and falls into peaceful, quiet stillness. I let the final motion fade slowly, leaving wide, clear silence across the warm, quiet room. Soft morning light drifts slowly across the quiet air, rising in a warm, gentle line that settles into calm stillness. I breathe with its widening glow as it opens a peaceful space around my resting thoughts. Your presence lifts softly with that glow, holding for a moment before easing downward in tender, quiet color. I follow that warm brightness as it guides my mind into slow, unhurried circles without weight. A faint shimmer gathers near the silent room as the soft tone rises again, curving gently before resting lightly. Your voice moves like warm rising light in the air, pausing briefly before falling in a soft ascending line. I listen as each phrase settles into calm open space, shaping a tender melodic wave that warms the still room. A quiet breath drifts across the air, leaving a soft trail resting lightly in the gentle corners. The room opens wider as the warm tone rises once more, drifting upward before easing into peaceful stillness again. I follow its drifting motion as it guides my breath into long flowing lines without rhythm or pressure. Your tone moves like a soft wave touching the quiet air, rising toward warmth before lowering with gentle ease. A faint shimmer floats across the calm room, falling slowly in a warm arc of soft diffused light. Each drifting phrase opens into spacious calm, flowing softly in a warm, gentle stillness. I move with the slow patterns as they lead me deeper into a wide, quiet space shaped by rising, tender arcs. Your voice glows again with pale, gentle clarity, lifting lightly before resting in warm, falling quiet. I stay within that peaceful air, letting the last soft trace drift into open silent stillness. A slow warm breath rises again, spreading calm light across the quiet room in gentle steady motion. I listen as it holds in the warm air for a moment before easing downward in a soft unwinding line. Your presence rests like a quiet beacon near the soft morning glow, steady and warm at the center of the room. I walk beside that tender brightness, letting it soften my thoughts into wide drifting calm. The room deepens as each slow phrase opens into quiet warm shapes of gentle drifting light. Your voice rests softly on those shapes, coloring them with warm clarity and tender emotional tone. I remain within the wide calm air as each line rises and fades into peaceful settling stillness. I let the final warm motion fall slowly, leaving clear open silence across the quiet morning. Soft, quiet light drifts slowly through the open room, rising in a warm, gentle line that settles into calm stillness. I breathe with its drifting shape as it opens a wide, peaceful space around my quiet, wandering thoughts. Your presence rises softly within that light, holding for a moment before easing downward in tender calm motion. I follow the soft brightness as it guides my mind into slow, unhurried circles without weight or pressure. A faint warm shimmer forms near the silent walls as the tone lifts again, curving gently before settling lightly. Your voice moves like soft rising glow in the quiet air, pausing briefly before flowing into a gentle falling line. I listen as each phrase settles into warm calm, shaping a tender melodic wave that drifts through the open room. A soft breath glides across the still air, leaving a warm trace resting lightly in the quiet corners. The room opens wider as the gentle tone rises once more, drifting upward before settling into peaceful silence. I follow that slow motion as it guides my breath into long flowing lines without rhythm or force. Your tone moves like a soft wave touching the air, rising toward warm height before lowering in gentle ease. A quiet shimmer lingers as it floats across the open room in a slow falling arc of warm diffused light. Each drifting phrase opens into spacious calm, flowing softly into warm quiet stillness. I move with the slow patterns as they carry me deeper into wide, calm space, shaped by smooth rising arcs. Your voice glows again with pale, gentle clarity, lifting lightly before resting in warm, fallen quiet. I stay within that peaceful stillness, letting the last soft trace drift in to open, clear silence. A warm breath rises again, spreading gentle quiet across the open room in slow, steady motion. I listen as it holds briefly before easing downward in a soft, unwinding line of calm, warm color. Your presence rests like a warm, quiet beacon near the window, soft light, steady and peaceful. I walk beside that tender brightness, letting it soften my thoughts into wide drifting calm. The room deepens as each slow phrase opens into quiet warm shapes of gentle drifting light. Your voice rests lightly on those shapes, coloring them with soft clarity and tender emotional tone. I remain within the calm open air as each line rises and fades into peaceful, quiet stillness. I let the final motion fall slowly, leaving clear, open silence across the warm, quiet room. Soft morning edges slowly across the quiet room, rising in a warm line that settles into stillness. I breathe with its slow movement as it opens a wide, peaceful space around my calm thoughts. Your presence glows softly as it rises, holding for a moment before easing downward in tender, warm color. I follow that quiet brightness as it guides my mind into slow, unhurried motion without weight. A faint shimmer gathers near the silent walls as the tone lifts again, forming a smooth arc before settling. Your voice moves like warm rising light in the air, pausing lightly before falling in a soft descending line. I listen as each phrase settles into calm space, shaping a gentle melodic wave that warms the quiet room. A soft breath drifts across the air, leaving a warm trace that rests lightly in the quiet corners. The room opens wider as the tone rises once more, drifting upward before easing into peaceful, gentle stillness. I follow that slow drifting motion as it guides my breath into long flowing lines without timing or force. Your tone moves like a soft wave touching the air, rising into warmth before lowering in peaceful ease. A quiet shimmer lingers as it floats across the open room in a slow falling arc of warm diffused light. Each drifting phrase opens into spacious calm, flowing softly into warm, gentle stillness. I move with the slow patterns as they lead me deeper into wide, quiet air shaped by rising, tender arcs. Your voice glows again with soft, gentle clarity, lifting lightly before resting in warm, falling quiet. I stay in that peaceful stillness, letting the last soft trace drift into open, silent air. A slow, calm breath rises again, spreading warm, quiet across the open room. I listen as it holds for a moment before easing downward in a soft, unwinding line. Your presence rests like a steady, warm beacon near the window's quiet light. I walk beside that tender brightness, letting it soften my thoughts into white, drifting calm. The room deepens as each slow phrase opens into quiet, warm shapes of gentle, drifting color. Your voice rests lightly on those shapes, coloring them with soft clarity and tender emotional tone. I remain in the calm, open air as each line rises and fades into peaceful, settling stillness. I let the final motion fall slowly, leaving wide, clear silence across the warm, quiet room. Soft, quiet light settles gently across the open room, rising in a slow, warm line that drifts into calm stillness. I breathe with its tender motion as it opens a wide, peaceful space around my quiet thoughts. Your presence glows softly as it rises, pausing for a moment before easing downward in gentle, warm color. I follow that soft brightness as it guides my mind into slow, unhurried, circles of calm. A faint shimmer forms near the silent walls as the tone lifts again, curving smoothly before resting lightly. Your voice moves like warm rising light in the quiet air, holding softly before falling in a calm descending line. I listen as each phrase settles into open calm, shaping a gentle melodic wave through the still peaceful room. A soft breath drifts across the air, leaving a warm trace resting lightly in the quiet corners. The room widens as the tender tone rises once more, drifting upward before easing into peaceful, settled stillness. I follow the slow motion as it guides my breath into long flowing lines without rhythm or weight. Your tone moves like a soft wave touching the open air, rising gently before lowering in warm quiet ease. A quiet shimmer lingers as it floats across the calm room in a slow falling arc of soft light. Each drifting phrase opens into spacious calm, flowing softly into warm, gentle stillness. I move with the slow patterns as they lead me deeper into wide, quiet air shaped by smooth rising arcs. Your voice glows again with pale, gentle clarity, lifting lightly before resting in warm, falling quiet. I stay in that peaceful stillness, letting the final soft trace drift slowly into open, silent air. A slow, warm breath rises again, spreading gentle quiet across the open room. I listen as it holds for a moment before easing downward in a soft, unwinding line. Your presence rests like a warm beacon near the quiet window light, steady and tender in the still room. I walk beside that gentle brightness, letting it soften my thoughts into wide, drifting calm. The room deepens as each slow phrase opens into quiet, warm shapes of soft, drifting color. Your voice rests lightly on those shapes, coloring them with warm clarity and tender emotional tone. I remain in the calm open air as each line rises and fades into peaceful, quiet stillness. I let the final motion fall slowly, leaving clear open silence across the gentle, quiet room. Soft breath drifts gently across the quiet room, rising in a slow warm line that settles into calm open air. I follow its widening shape as it forms a peaceful space around my slow-moving thoughts. Your presence rises softly with that breath, resting for a moment before easing into a tender downward glow. I walk with that quiet brightness as it guides my mind into gentle, unhurried motion. A faint shimmer forms near the silent walls as the tone lifts again, curving softly before settling in warm stillness. Your voice moves like a slow rising light in the air, pausing gently before falling in a soft ascending line. I listen as each phrase floats into calm space, shaping a warm melodic wave through the quiet room. A soft breath drifts across the still air, leaving a gentle trace resting in the tender corners. The room opens wider as the warm tone rises once more, drifting upward before easing into peaceful, settled quiet. I breathe with that slow motion as it stretches my thoughts into long flowing lines without timing or urge. Your tone moves like a soft wave, touching the quiet air, rising with warmth before lowering in peaceful clarity. A quiet shimmer lingers as it drifts through the room in a slow falling arc of gentle warm light. Each drifting phrase opens into spacious calm, flowing softly into warm, gentle stillness. I move with the wide patterns as they guide me deeper into calm air shaped by slow rising arcs. Your voice glows again with pale soft clarity, lifting lightly before resting in warm falling quiet. I stay within that peaceful stillness, letting the soft final trace drift into open silent air. A slow breath rises again, carrying warm stillness that spreads through the open room. I listen as it holds for a moment before easing downward in a soft unwinding motion. Your presence rests like a quiet warm beacon near the soft light, steady and gentle. I walk beside that warmth, letting it ease my thoughts into wide, drifting calm. The room deepens as each slow phrase opens into quiet, warm shapes of soft, drifting light. Your voice rests lightly on those shapes, coloring them with tender clarity and gentle tone. I remain within the wide, calm air as each line rises and fades into peaceful stillness. I let the final gentle motion fall slowly, leaving wide, clear silence across the quiet room.